Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about cards that you should start considering buying up to invest in for these next couple of months to about a year relating to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Alright, so before we do jump into the video, I always want to mention, if you aren't already, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button and turning the bell notifications button on so you never miss a future video. And if you enjoyed today's content or if you learned something useful, make sure you do consider dropping a like and even a comment saying what you learned, what you got out of the video, or what players you want to invest in the future. Now, taking a look at the background, we have on the left a 1993 Topps Derek Jeter rookie card, PSA 9 only. This is going to be mainly the hot card of today's video. We have the same card on the right, non-graded, but if we take a look at it, it does not look in too bad condition. The right and left look pretty aligned, and the top and bottom don't look bad, and the corners aren't bad at all either, so that does not look like a bad card to send in to get graded, which I may very well do in these next couple of days. And then in the middle, we just only have a upper deck top prospects Derek Jeter rookie card. This isn't a very, popular or expensive card. You can get this card right now like non-graded for a couple of bucks, I believe, on eBay. We're actually going to jump over to eBay and start looking at prices of some cards that I believe you should start picking up right now. Alright, so we now have jumped over to eBay and I searched that 1993 Topps Derek Jeter card. I just want to go through some cards that I believe will have a very high upside or surge in the future due to this Hall of Fame induction. Now, before we do get more in depth on eBay, I do want to mention now, if you haven't already heard, the Hall of Fame induction, including Derek Jeter, is now canceled and postponed to 2021 due to all the events going on in the world. So there is some pros and cons to that. Cons in that is if you're a Derek Jeter investor or collector that's been collecting for, a couple of years now or forever now and waiting for this moment, that kind of sucks. You're excited to start selling off some cards because the prices most likely are going to start going up once it gets nearer to that date. So that's a con. Another con is, it's a year now later. So that gives more people more time to start learning about the card hobby, start investing more in Jeter. So that might give you more competition when you're trying to, win a bid or get a buy now that just was posted on eBay or another platform. Some pros with this, though, is it also gives you another year to, stock up more and do more research on what cards you think will start building up more relating to Derek Jeter or even the other Hall of Fame inductees. I don't believe I'm going to jump in and talk about them as much in this video. I just strictly want to make this a Jeter base only. I may make another video concerning like the other players as well later down the road, but right now I want to focus on Jeter. Another pro also is more people, knowing about this later in advance, another year in advance. More people learning about this and more people starting to buy is going to make the demand for these cards start going up, which will also make the prices go up sooner than later. All right, so we're back on eBay now. Again, we have the search in. I am looking for that 1993 Topps Derek Jeter, a PSA 9. I want to just show you what the one that I bought is going for currently. So we're at time ending soonest, and let's go over and click on the sold and completed items and ended recently. So we see there is a lot of two. I just want to go see a single one. So right here, there is a single Derek Jeter one, the same exact card that I bought that just recently sold for $76.57. This we're not even going to look at because that's Topps Gold. That's a whole different ball game, whole different card. But this one right here, same card that I have. And I'm just going to tell you, I bought this card. It came in like 3 days ago. I bought it maybe a little over a week ago for $49 buy now. $49, and it's already up to $76.57 in a little over a week. So right there, that's literally $27 in profit. Like, you can't go wrong with that. So let's just go through another one we see that sold for $63 on the exact same day. So for some reason, and it was also a buy now, so someone got really lucky with that. Another $60 on the exact same day. So really right here you could see the difference in prices even for the same day. We literally have one that sold for $60 on May 19th, and then we have one that sold 3 hours later on the same day for $76.50, $16 more. So just right there you can see that cards can sell for way different amounts on the same day. If we want to scroll back a little bit more, we can maybe potentially find the one that I bought for $49 by now. I could always just go to my purchases, but I don't know if I really want to go into all of that in this video. Now, if you're someone who wants to go, you know, big or go home, you can always jump up to the PSA 10s. Now, these are, you know, going for a way more than what you can get a PSA 9. As you can see, PSA 9s are around, you know, 60 to 70 right now, 75 that one just sold for. PSA 10s May 19th, 477. We had some best offers, so we can't really judge that. Let me see here, 478 or 79, 479. So they're really ranging up towards of that $500 range. But if you're looking to go big, you know, the PSA 10s are a way to do that. Me personally, I'm not going to do that because 500 is kind of, you know, a good chunk of money that I'm not willing to spend right now on a card. But if you want to play it like safe and see, you know, not spend as much money, I would consider, you know, going out, maybe picking up 1, 2, 3, even 4 PSA 9s for $200 around there. A little more than that. You might be able to get a bundle deal, like 4 of them or something for a good price, lower than what each one's going for. So you save money there. The thing with PSA 10s is, you know, you might get, when the induction gets close, you might get some younger dads that grew up watching Jeter, or even some like older teenagers, maybe people in their 20s that grew up watching Jeter, that they really want this Derek Jeter rookie card because it's kind of like an iconic card, but they don't want to go out and spend $500 because they really do want it in a PSA or graded case, but they're not willing to go out and spend $480, $500 for a card, and that's right now. Imagine what it's going to be, you know, a week before the induction. It could be well over 2,000. You don't know. They're not willing to spend that, so they're going to bump down. Maybe look at PSA 9s. PSA 9s might be going for relatively less, which usually that's what they could do. A PSA 10 could be going for $2,000. PSA 9 could be going for like 300, and people are going to look at that, start buying those PSA 9s up, and that's what's going to start increasing the market even more, like a week before the induction. So that's why if you stock up on PSA 9s now, you might be able to find those people that don't want to spend a lot of money, and you might be able to get a good deal out of a PSA 9 now and sell it for a lot more in the future. Another card that I believe will start surging as well is this 1993 Upper Deck rookie card of Jeter. Again, we're looking at the PSA 9s right now. I want to make sure I am still on the sold and completed items. You can literally see these aren't as frequently sold. You can see the last recently sold one was on May 15th, so a couple of days ago, rather than this one that was just sold on May 19th. Excuse me. We have, you know, a couple on that May 15th. We have a $36 one, and then May 11th we have one for $40. May 8th we have one for $48. So you can see these aren't as sold as much, but again, $36 for a PSA 9, that's not bad. Another very iconic card. I want to just click on this and blow it up just to show you the full picture. Another very iconic Jeter card right here. When I think of Jeter cards, I do think of this one, and I think of the one that I just showed you before. Let's jump out of this and let's go check out what this card is going for as a PSA 10. I believe it is, you know, a lot more than a PSA 9s, but again, if you want to stock up on PSA 9s, play it safe, not spend as much money. We can see here now PSA 10s are more frequently sold. We have one on May 19th, one on May 18th, and the one just ended, 22 bids May 19th for $334, which, like, if you're not willing to spend at that 500 around there on the 1993 tops, you can always look at this Upper Deck for Jeter, going for only 334, 285 the day before. So I'm guessing you can get one around, you know, 300 right now, which isn't horrible. Still a good chunk of money if you're not willing to go out and spend that. I want to just go down here and see what some are going for. You know, you could have got one for 220 beginning of April. Now they're around, you know, 300, so not too bad. But again, if you wanted to go on those PSA 9s, I just want to go see and jump out of the completed and sold listings for you guys and show you what it's looking like out here. And we can go to ending soonest. You know, you can get a buy now for 52. You can get, you know, one ending in a day for 36. 50, so you can get them around if you wanted to just jump right to a buy now for 50. But if you wanted to, you know, try and snipe a bid, you got a day left on this one. You can look at, I'm guessing it's probably going to end around $50-ish because it's already at 36. But again, it's same story as that Jeter that I showed you before. People aren't going to be willing to spend that amount of money on a PSA 10 later in the future, but they're going to want it in, you know, a case like this because it looks like good to show off in your house or put on like a little stand like I had at the beginning of the video. That just like looks good in like an office or something like that. So people are going to enjoy that card. But they're not willing to spend $500 on a card, so they're going to jump down to a lower PSA 9, and that's where you can make your money off of. Now, there are two honorable mentions for Jeter cards I want to throw in. One that potentially could have a lot of upside and is relatively cheap for you to grab right now. And then one that already has had the upside and is probably way too late for you to jump into, but I'm going to still mention it in the video. And that card is this 1993 Upper Deck, the foil card. Now, as you can see, this is only a PSA 9, and someone has it up for $9,500 with 24 watchers on it. So just right there, that's crazy, and it's only a PSA 9, and it's almost 10 grand. Again, these are like some bigger investors looking to make a lot of money, you know, once that induction does come. I'm not going to jump into that one as much just because, you know, we're here to, you know, make money right now and not spend a lot right now. So let me go back, and I'm going to show you the other card that I believe will have a decent amount of upside in the future. Now, the other card that I'm looking at, let me jump over to sold and completed, is this 1992 Derek Jeter Upper Deck rookie card. Now, this is of him like in the minor league, so it's not technically on the Yankees yet, but I still think this card is really cool. One just recently sold for $125, one 2 days before for $115. I just want to click on the card, give you an up close. This kind of just depicts Jeter as a rookie. In my opinion, I think this card's really cool. And I think this card could have potential upside in the future. If we go back and jump over to those recently sold, we can look at what they were going for maybe, you know, 2-3 weeks ago. So it's May 19th. So let's go to the beginning of May and see what they were going for. So end of May, okay, they're only going for around 100. So in about 3 weeks, they've only jumped up about 25 bucks, which isn't horrible, but it's not the best. But at the same time, I don't believe these cards will jump up just yet. I think, you know, it'll take a couple more weeks, a couple more months once we start approaching that Hall of Fame induction. I think more and more will jump up. You know, PSA 10s are only going for 125. Obviously, I'm not going to jump over to talk about PSA 9s because obviously they're going to be going for less. So if you want to go grab one of those or check what they're going for yourself, go ahead and do that. But again, if you wanted to go out and grab a PSA 10 of this card, which I might do, I am very interested in this card and I really like the way it looks. I might even keep it for a personal, but obviously if it was to surge in price in the future, then I would have to sell it off. Let's see, you know, we can go to time ending soonest. So we got one just started with 8 days. Let me go to buy now, ending soonest, buy now, and we'll go lowest first and see what you can grab one for. All right, so you can go and grab one right now, PSA 10 for 119. There's one for 130, but you wouldn't do that because there's the one for 119. I do want to jump back and see what I was just looking at. So we're looking at this one for 150, and we had 11 watchers on it for some reason. So like, that's the stuff you also have to look out for. We have 11 watchers on a card for 150, when if you were to just go from ending soonest to lowest first, you can grab one for 119 right now, the exact same card, and there's nobody watching it. Just stuff like that, because it is a new listing. So that's why you always want to, you know, jump over. 119, I can grab this right now for 119 and throw it up for 150, and I'll probably get some watchers or whatever it was, 150. I don't think it was up for 150. What was it up for? Yeah, 150, and I can get a lot. Like, that's crazy. So you just gotta look out for those bids and deals. If you are new here, you're getting into the card industry, you want to start learning about flipping and investing, I'm gonna link a video up here for you guys. I go through how to find bids and basically what I just showed you. We just found a good deal, how to find bids, how to get good deals on eBay. So make sure you do go check that out. I'll also link it down below, as well as all my recent videos. I go through, talk about players you should start investing in baseball, in basketball mostly. I only have one video on baseball, and it's mainly Jeter in it, so you kind of got the gist in this video. But definitely go check it out if you're interested in basketball. I have a bunch of videos on that as well. All right, guys, well, that is it for this video. Again, we just went through, I just wanted to show you some Jeter cards that I believe will start having upside, and as you can see, we looked at this card, the graded version, and it already has had upside since I bought it. It's went up like 25 bucks, and I bought it a week ago. So just right there, you can start seeing profit that can be made on these Jeter cards, and I don't even want to imagine what they're going to be at, you know, a month, a week before that induction. I think they're going to skyrocket crazy. So now's the time to start jumping in when they're cheap, start buying up, start buying some bulk of that. Again, if you aren't already, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button and turning the bell notifications button on so you never miss a future video. I mentioned in my last video that I'm going to be having a huge mail day be coming in. I have another Jeter card and a lots of raw basketball cards that I'm super excited to talk to you guys about. So that should be hopefully by the end of the week. So if you have that bell notification button turned on, you will get a notification for that. And if you learned anything from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure you do consider dropping a like and even drop a comment on what Jeter cards you think will be good investments and will have high profit in the future. And with all that out of the way, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.